let's take a look of the meaning of different parts in our Venn diagram. So for example, when we have two groups, there are 8 people like math, 10 people like PE, and 2 people both like PE and math. In this question, we have 2 groups, right? So what we can do is draw 2 circles to stand for the 2 groups. So this is my first circle. I can label it like the math group. So what I already know is there are 8 people like math. So I would label the 8 out at the outside of the circle. That stands for the total amount of people who like math. That is the total and also we would have another group, 10 people like PE. But at the same time, we'll find there are 2 people both like PE and math. So that means there are some overlapped parts between the 2 groups. So we can label this green group PE. And we will label the 10 outside the circle. This 10 means the total amount of people like PE, which is the whole green circle. Well, so we would find 2 people like both PE and math should be the overlapped part. So the overlap part will always be the people in both of the group. So we will put the number inside this overlapped part. But also, we will find there are 2 moon shapes. Let's take a look of the moon shape on the right, on the left. Well, so first of all, we need to know the meaning of the moon shape. It means the people in the moon shape, they only like math. Then how many people only like math? We know the whole circle is 8 people and 2 people like math and PE. So we want to focus on the people only like math. We should use the 8, take away the overlap part. So there are 6 people only like math. And the same for the PE side. We would have a moon shape on the right hand side. So these are the people who only like PE. So how to find how many people are only like PE? We just need to use the whole circle, 10 people. Take away the 2 people in the middle because they like math as well. Then we would get 8 people on the right hand side. Okay, so that is what we have, the meaning for each part. Well, always keep in mind, the whole circle will stand for the total amount of people in the group. The moon shape will stand for the people only belongs to the group, while the overlapped part will stand for the people like or in both of the groups. So that's the difference between the whole circle, the moon shape, and the overlapped part. And after that, we need to know the total. Well, here are 2 different ways to figure out the total. The first way to do it is we got the moon shape, that is the first part. We got an overlapped part, second. We got the moon shape on the right, that is the third part. If we add up part 1, part 2, and part 3 together, that will be the total amount of people. See, this is a whole Venn diagram. Well, so here is the first method. We have the moon shape on the left plus the overlap plus the moon shape on the right. So that we'll get the total. For this question, that will be, we have 6 plus 2 plus 8, which is 16. And also, we have another method to figure out the question, which is we were going to use the whole circle on the left plus the whole circle on the right. and take away the overlap. So, for this method, we need to be very careful about why we need to take away the overlap. Let's take a look of the whole circle on the left. That is, we have part 1, moon shape, plus part 2. And the whole circle on the right will be, we have part 2, the overlap, plus the part 3. Well, if we add up these two parts together, you will find we got part 1 plus part 2 plus part 2 plus part 3. Well, the difference between these two parts will be we have counted the overlapped part 2 in the middle, twice. But we only have one part 2, one overlap. So what we need to do is take away the number 2 so that we would have exactly the same part 1 plus part 2 plus part 3. That's why we need to take away the overlap. So when you calculate this question, that will be 8 plus the 10, take away overlap, 16. So these are the differences between these two methods. But obviously, whichever way is correct, you can use one to help you figure out the method and the other to help you check your answer.